This is a video I would like to record as a message to myself in a way. So I will be talking to myself, to you. I will be talking to you. And perhaps it can also resonate to you. So right now, you are feeling very afraid to embrace that which is true for you. And I know you feel scared. I know you feel scared. It feels terrifying. It's almost as if it's paralyzing you. You feel afraid to perhaps meet your limits. You feel afraid to let go of things. You feel afraid to die and be reborn. It's terrifying. It's so scary. Oh my God, it's so scary. To step into that unknown while maintaining that connection to your heart, to that which is everlasting. This inner knowing, this inner voice inside you that knows what's best and that wants to invite you to step into that veil, that unknown territory, knowing that your inner compass will guide you through the darkness. It's so scary to embrace that. But what if? What if I make a misstep? What if I go that way and it's wrong? What if this? What if that? What if I can't take it? What if I can't deal with the monsters that are hiding there in the darkness? What if I regret moving forward? What if I want to go back? What if I want to get out? It's so scary. All these fears. Wow. It's so scary. And yet, you want this. You want this. You want to do this. You want to move forward. You want to face that darkness. There is a curiosity there. You are terrified and curious at the same time. Terrified of what you may find there. Terrified of what that would mean about you and the way you have been living your life. It's so scary and confronting to step into something new. Because by doing that, you acknowledge that things can be different. The old feels familiar and safe. It's what you know. There is such a deep almost compulsion to hold on to what you know and to know what to expect. You know how you're gonna feel when you do this. You know how you're gonna feel when you do that. Very known, very safe in a way. And then there is this little part in you that is curious about all the other things that are out there for you to experience and to explore. There is a knowing that lives inside you that yearns to be known. There's a part of you that yearns to be known. And it's crying for your attention. And you feel so afraid to listen. Oh my God, you feel so afraid to listen. To honor that part. To truly Get to know that part. Get to know that part of your experience that wants to be and feel deeply known. You are already taking the steps towards making that part feel known, towards knowing that part. You are already doing that. You notice a need in you to rush this process, to force yourself in a way to speed things up. It's a distraction. It's all just a distraction. It's a fear. It's a fear that this process needs to be rushed somehow, or it's just a fear to surrender to that stream, to try and speed it up or to try and hurry it. It's actually a fear of the real surrender. Truly surrendering through that process requires you to not rush it, because the rushing is some form of compulsive control. I can decide the pace, so I rush it, I decide the pace. You don't decide the pace. You cannot decide the pace, and that is what's so scary about it, because you feel afraid that you are unable to sustain the amount of time and space this part in you requires. You are afraid that you are unable to sustain the care and attention that this part needs. This tender part in you needs so much care and attention. So much care and attention. And you're afraid that you're too much. Also for yourself, you're afraid that you're too much for yourself. It needs so much care and attention, you're afraid that you can't give that to yourself, that you need someone else for that. And yes, of course, we need each other. We really do. And at the same time, if you are too much for yourself, you are going to be too much for others. There's always going to be people for who you are too much. And that's okay. It's about not being too much for yourself. It's about not being too much for yourself. And how to not be too much for yourself. It's a surrendering process. Again and again, again and again and again, you get the opportunity to surrender to that which is true for you, moment by moment. It is like this. Right now you feel heavy and sad and scared and in need of care and nurture and comfort and safety. Acknowledge that. This is truth. This is true. And you have the capacity to hold that truth, to attend to that truth. Experiencing all these states, all these feelings, all these needs, all these longings, sustaining them inside you, creating a space. You have that space. You really have that space inside you to hold all those different states, all those different parts. The space is there. You have it. And by taking care of what you need in that moment, you are honoring yourself fully. You know, perhaps right now you feel heavy, scared, and overwhelmed. Okay. Comfort can help. A nice warm room, a bath, a rest, a tea, sitting down with yourself, whatever. You can give that to yourself, you know. There is no need to make it more, to put a punishment there or to make things harder than they are. You can support yourself in holding space for whatever is present in you right now. You can support yourself in that. You don't need to make it more challenging than it already is. Get comfortable. Make yourself comfortable as much as you can so that you can attend to the discomfort with as much attention and care for that discomfort as possible. So you're not dispersing your comfort. You're not making things harder on yourself because you feel a need to make it harder, because you need to punish yourself. You don't deserve to be comfortable. You don't deserve to take care of yourself. You don't deserve to be taken care of. You absolutely do deserve to be taken care of. You absolutely do deserve to give yourself the comfort and safety and nourishment that you need, because you do need those things. And you deserve for those needs to be met by yourself, first and foremost. And if you cannot meet them yourself, you can ask for support. You're allowed to ask for support. People want to help you. People want to be there for you. They really do. The people who love you, they care. And when you ask them for help, it's a gift. You're offering them the gift of your needs. You're offering them the gift of your vulnerability, of giving them the opportunity to be a good person, to show you that they care about you. That's a beautiful gift. And you do the same for others. When they need something, you are there to meet that need. And now it's time to honor your own needs fully, to face that sense of being too much. You're not too much. You are not too much. If people say you are too much, that means that they simply don't have capacity to hold that intensity. And you know that you can cultivate the capacity to hold that intensity for yourself. It's almost like a duty to yourself to cultivate that capacity, to hold yourself. Wow. And you have that potential. You can do it. I promise you can do it. And you know that you can do it. You know this. You really do. You know that you have the capacity to hold yourself completely, fully, utterly. And in the moments that you feel like you can't, you are brave enough to ask for help, for support. So you can know for sure that you can be held in that intensity by yourself or by the people you deeply trust and who have proven their trust over a long period of time with consistency, with care. You can honor that in yourself and in them, this willingness to hold you and your willingness to hold them. that you're not too much. And it's so scary to allow that thought to be there, because it means so many things. It means that you will have to stop self-abandoning. It means that you will have to truly honor what you need. Take care of what you need. Ask for what you need. It's so scary. Oh my God, it's so scary to admit these things, to ask for these things, to go for these things. Because there's always the possibility of rejection, you know, self-rejection, rejection by others. It's so painful to receive a no in that realm. It's so painful, this rejection. Because on a very deep subconscious level, it means the withholding of love and ultimately death. It's almost like a confirmation of your unworthiness. You don't deserve this. See, when a person says no, or when you reject yourself, it means you don't deserve this. And then all the fears become a reality. See, I was right. See, you don't deserve it. See, this person thinks you're too much. This person can't give you what you need. This person doesn't want to give you what you need. You don't want to give you what you need. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve this. You're too much. It's so easy to go there. It's so easy to accept this as a status quo. It's the easy way out. It is really the easy way out. It's the easy way out. In a way, you know it's cowardly. You know you're being a coward when you say, see, I'm unworthy of love. You know you're being a coward because it's not true. You know, somewhere deep down, you know it's not true. Of course, you deserve love and care and affection. Of course, you're not too much. Of course, you're not. Who decides that? Do you want to live your life as if you're too much? Hell no. You want to live your life embracing your truth moment by moment. Surrender to that process. That's how you want to live. From a place of love and acceptance and kindness and care and compassion. And of course, sometimes there is other feelings present: anger, frustration, aggression, sadness, grief, pain. All of that is part of that place of love, part of that place of acceptance. I wish for you to give yourself the time and the space you need. Do not rush your process. To ask for help when you need it. And to be compassionate. To show compassion to yourself. You are really trying. You are acting from a place of love. And you don't have to be perfect in that. As long as you stay close to your heart, you are doing that which you want to experience even if it doesn't feel like that. You are doing it already. So I wish for you to at least sometimes be able to connect to that knowing. Whenever you feel afraid to continue to move forward, you can reconnect to the knowing that what you're doing right now is precisely right, with all of its flaws and imperfections and hesitations and compulsions and habits and fears and things you might not be so proud of. All of that is part of the bigger truth that is you. And I wish for you to embrace that completely, to embrace yourself completely. Yeah. Thank you. I am grateful that you are here. I am grateful that you are willing to confront your fears. I am proud of you for being brave, for acting despite your fears. I admire your courage. I know how hard it is. I know how easy it is sometimes to choose the path of fear. How tempting, I know how tempting it is sometimes. And yet, again and again, you come back to choosing love, sometimes with a little detour, but that's okay too. Sometimes the detour is the path of love when you look at it from a wider angle. So I celebrate your commitment to the truth. And I love you. I love you.